Well, hello and welcome to the Daily Atheist Morning Show. I am your host, the amazing Super Chris Mallard. Thank you for joining me today. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday, right? Wednesday? It is Wednesday, the day of wins. I hope you're doing great. I hope you've had a great week so far. We're going to talk about stuff. I'm not really sure what we're going to talk about. I mean, we've got things to talk about. Obviously, we've always got things to talk about. How do miracles stack up today is the topic of the show, and we'll wander here and there from about that. There are miracles in atheism. Let me sell you some atheism. We'll be back in just a second.
Life is complicated.
And for the non-Lord did not say to the people, Amen, for he is not holy. Repeat after me. For he is not holy.
For he is not holy.
Amen. Cross yourselves.
Superstitions and toxic thought patterns that are holding you back.
My name's Secular Rarity. I'm drinking an apple cider, and we're talking about the time that Jacob wrestled God.
And I'm going to tell you the story of Adam and Eve, but I now live in Phoenix and I don't have any friends, so I'm going to tell it to you as though I'm spilling tea. I'm going to tell you this story as though we're getting together for brunch and I'm just spilling hot goss that I've been waiting to tell you.
Just like God. Wake up to your life. Believe in yourself. Believe in science.
Yes, you guys should get over there and check out the Holy Spirit's channel. I'm actually going to go over there and get lit up with them and give you my opinions on my favorite scriptures. Currently, my favorite scriptures, I'm going to bring Ryan on, the amazing Super Ryan. My current favorite, the one I'm going to talk about is probably Abraham. I love talking about Abraham, if you're watching, Abram.
Good old AB.
AB, there you go, AB baby.
AB baby.
That's one of my favorite ones, him and his wife and all that good stuff. It's just
well, it's an incredible story that should be passed down to
really
further generations.
It's a moral tale, right?
I mean, who wouldn't pick up a moral, or any kind of ethical teaching with that story? Of course you would. That's how you make money.
That's what I've been saying.
Isn't that good ethics?
We just had a new subscriber at Pass. Good morning, new subscriber. Thank you for joining us. Ryan, how are you doing today? Did you have a good week so far?
I'm going to tell you the truth. Yesterday I had a little day.
Uh-oh. Tell me.
Yes, yesterday I had a little day.
What happened? Preach. You want me to put your big biggie on the screen? All right, you're big on the screen. What happened?
Oh, so I can tell people about my mental health issues.
Spill the tea, girl. Spill the tea.
Well, sometimes when I get frustrated, or actually I should say it this way, sometimes my body gets frustrated and my mind doesn't recognize that my body feels frustrated. That's kind of the only way I can put it. And I get very tense and actually like angry and agitated. And I kind of feel like I want to hit something. And I was having one of those days. Like I kept doing this. I kept doing this. It was almost as if like my sitting still in the morning caused later reaction. And I was just like, yeah. So that, I don't know what was wrong with me. I'm fine. I'm having a better day now, but for whatever reason, I was just agitated.
If it means anything, I've had the restless leg myself. I tried to take my nap and I couldn't nap yesterday because I was all over the place. Then last night I tried to go to bed and I just kept kicking this right leg out and flip it back over, and I just couldn't sleep for shit. I feel it.
Did Dane say show us again? Is he talking to me? He might not be, but
Dave Murphy's Good Morning Dave. He is indeed said you kept doing what? What were you doing? I was over here looking at something. Somebody asked a question about the linking the channels. There are indeed links to the Holy Spirit's channel down in the description below. So yes, if you want to check that out. So what was it you were doing that I missed? I must have missed something. I missed something good. I don't like it. Oh. I know. I understand. That's good. There's lots of dance.
But I was like, I physically sometimes, like, I don't know if anybody feels me, but I physically sometimes kind of have to hit stuff. I'm not talking about people, but I have at times like set up boxes just so I can like punch some, and then it kind of goes away. So it's just something in my body that happens. I don't take it out on people because I know it's just something that's built up.
That's true. I just want to
Probably just
mention
need to
there.
get fucked, quite frankly.
I was fixing to say, maybe you should talk to Patty and Nancy. They are experts in masturbation. There are other ways of getting that out of your system, more healthy ways.
I tried. Trust me. I
mean, have you ever broken a knuckle masturbating? Probably not. Well, okay, maybe.
Probably
so.
not.
You never know. I'm not going to
You don't
judge.
get bloody knuckles masturbating. At least
Not often. That's for.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So Dave Murphy says Patty and Nancy have made me an expert in masturbation. Yes. They are fantastic. The Daily Atheist Morning Show.
Squeeze them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I did get to squeeze them. I did get to
Hug them and squeeze them and love them.
This is my friend George.
Yes, exactly. I was hoping you'd get that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm old enough to get that. Big Zebra says, thanks, Daily Atheist Morning Show. I just subscribed to the Holy Spirit's channel. I missed the first time I looked for it. Yeah, no worries. It's awesome. Yeah, go subscribe to them. They're awesome. Tell them the amazing Super Chris and Ryan sent you.
Mm-hmm. That's Dr. Ben's channel, right?
It is. Yeah.
Or in collaboration, I guess, maybe.
Yes. Yeah. There's people doing stuff. Those are fantastic emojis. I think that's way to go, Nicholas. Good morning, Nicholas. How are you doing? You didn't know she was going to gobble the emojis, did you? It was just ironic. Yes, those were fantastic.
What the Haley? What the hell, y'all?
Water pressure, 14 pounds. Yeah. The arc would have never been. Good morning, Nicholas. How are you doing? Repent, foreskin and all. I was saying that too. I was talking to my foreskin the other day.
Oh boy, everybody's on one in the comments this morning. What the hell?
You know,
Big Zebra gets turned on when you chomp. I guess that's what happens when you're a zebra. If you see other zebras masticating, I did not say masturbating. I said masturbating.
You did not. Right. Yeah. We really avoid the word masturbating. Don't say that again, because masturbating is. I'm sorry. Yeah, you know how I do. Good morning, Bomb Poppy. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, see, that's what I thought the purpose. Whenever I saw they're like liquid emojis, like water and bubbles and whatever, and I thought that was on purpose. And you were,
So I
thought it was all sexual in nature until I realized the person is new and probably didn't know you were going to do that.
Like what?
Anyway, old pervert here. Hey, Nancy, did you hear us talking about you?
She knew.
You could. We were just saying there's ways that you could help us. You know, save some violence. You know, make Ryan not turn into Heckle.
Stop beating boxes.
Yeah.
Amazon's going to fire me. If your package has a knuckle, has like a ring, it has like 2 rings. Oh, you
That's
know,
the deal. Oh, man. That's it. Good morning, Sapien Cephalopod. Yes, Ambushed Apostate says, speaking of the community masturbation expert, it's Nancy. Good morning, Nancy. Thank you for joining us. Her package has a goose knuckle in it. A goose knuckle. I know.
Oh, I thought I just said a moose knuckle.
Oh, well. Yeah, I was gonna say isn't Patty an expert on like I don't want to use the word sex rooms. Coitus quarters.
Coitus?
Yeah, you know,
I
that's
went
my
to a
understanding.
sex party once.
Did you?
I
Was
did.
It
It really wasn't that big of a deal, or at least it wasn't like what people were saying it was going to be. It was like a Halloween thing.
Oh, really?
It was fun. I had a good time.
Good.
I didn't see anything like too cray-cray. I was hoping I was going to see some cray-cray stuff.
That's what you signed on for. Yeah, Dade Nancy is here. She's doing the stalking in this chat. But me and the evil one. Oh yeah, Nancy says we're working on it. Chris chipping away at the sexual shame, one video and masturbation sesh at a time. Right. So I'm like Popeye on one side, olive oil on the other.
Skinny up.
Yeah. Going to the finish.
Yeah.
Lady spinach.
Whatever you do, don't pick up any socks around here.
The socks pick themselves up.
That's right. They stand up on their own.
They walk themselves out like, I'm out of here.
Enough DNA in there to seed a planet.
Maybe that's how life on Earth started. An alien sock. It fell into the
Best
ocean
reason
and it
I've
just
heard.
somehow congealed.
It worked. Let's see. Truth Bucket said, just subscribe. Thank you for joining us. The Genesis song. That's what the serpent was a hand puppet made out of a crusty sock.
Oh man. Oh shit.
Oh,
That's
damn
funny.
it. That's funny. That's why we're going to hell right there. I hope you guys had a great week so far. Do you have anything planned for the rest of the week, Miss Ryan?
I have been wanting to film like my cult dropout. I've been wanting to talk about like feminism and shit. And it's just so hot outside. I feel like I got to do something different. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to put it on pause because I cannot, y'all. The smoke, like this morning, it was so. I took a recording. Maybe I'll share that, just a little blip of it, just so you can see what it looks like here. I was maybe thinking of doing it like while I sew. So it's still kind of therapy-ish, but just a different way. Instead of a walk, it's a sew along.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's my plan. Oh, and there's a lot of changes going to be happening here at the house. Things might have to change here a little bit. Not sure yet. My daughter and her hubs is moving back in.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. Let me absorb this.
I know.
Isn't your daughter one of the people who helped lead you away from the
It's
cult?
that one. Yep.
That one. It's that one.
That one.
That's how. Okay,
That
so it's
heathen.
that one. Understood. And where does her, if you don't mind speaking about it, where does her husband fall on this scale? Are you aware?
I don't think that he's religious.
Okay,
I don't
just
believe so. It might just be in name, kind of like my husband. Like he was baptized, but in the Anglican church? No, wait, I forget what their church is over there in England. But anyway, so it's just a name, I believe. Yeah,
Gotcha.
None of us are really into it. My son is a believer, he says.
Oh, really?
My middle son. I know. I was kind of surprised myself.
What kind of believer?
He believes Jesus.
Is he a JW kind of?
No,
believer?
just
Okay.
I think honestly, like his dad's Catholicism got into him. I think that's what it is. I don't even think it's really much of the JW stuff. Yeah.
Really? Okay. Well, how old is he?
26, 27.
He might outgrow that. We'll see. We'll be praying for him. Atheist prayers.
Atheist prayers, exactly.
Sapient Cephalopod, Left-Handed Jedi. Good morning, Left-Handed Jedi. I saw somebody's birthday, and Jesse Bear says Saturday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. is the FAFO hosting school supply drive in Harrisburg.
Oh.
That's a video. If you can be there, be there. She will be there doing things.
Saturday. Okay.
Saturday, Pennsylvania, Harrisburg. Nicholas Morey says, enough talk of masturbation and fairies. Present your atheist questions.
Oh.
I'm just looking for the sign that says the Nicholas Morey Show. Do you see that?
Hold on.
Somewhere? I don't see it.
It could be under my ass. Wait, just.
Hey, you are God. Look at that. That was fantastic. That was perfect timing.
What's your question, boy?
What's your question? I think you probably have a misunderstanding. Yeah, I think yes, they do. I think you may have a misunderstanding of the circumstances as to what we do here.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't either. Yeah. Truth Bucket is here though. Truth Bucket just subscribed a few minutes ago. Anglicans, pardon me, are basically the Church of England. There you go.
Okay, then it is the Church of. Thank you.
There you go. Yeah, that's awesome. Kelly is here. Kelly Lofton is here. Good morning, Kelly Lofton. And nice to have you with us in the chat there, Truth Bucket. Thank you for joining us. We've got, Brent A is here. Are you okay, girl? Are you going to blow water?
I almost spit out my water. I read what Dade was reading. I read what Dade was saying. I can't even talk. I was spit out my water.
Yeah, I get you now. You got to watch out for Dade.
Are you a robot?
That was a good
Slide this picture. Complete the puzzle.
Ghost slaps for you. Praise be to the titties. I know.
Titties.
They always win. There's no, I can't say any. Masturbation completely aligns with atheism.
Excuse
I
me?
can't argue that. It doesn't disalign with it. And for some
Freedom
reason,
of the
most
mind.
religions frown on
Freedom of
it
the
for some
peen.
reason.
Yeah,
There
why?
you go.
Why is that?
Free the peen. Free the nipple.
Free the
I'm all
peen.
about freeing the nipple. Yes.
Read the nipple.
Yes. I'm a nipple fan.
I'm
Never
a big
understood
fan of
that.
nips.
What's that?
I'm a big fan of nips. All nips. I mean,
Oh,
human
yeah,
nips.
Yeah. Okay. I just was going to ask you to clarify there.
Like meet the father. You as long as it's a teat, you can milk it.
Yeah. If it's a bull, you can still milk it, but it's not right. It's not right.
All right.
Good morning, Casey. How are you doing this morning? I hope you're having a great week so far. How is John doing? Did y'all make it home safely, I presume, from Canada? They let you back in the country.
Canada.
Our new fascist dictatorship let you back in the country. That's good. Good to see. Kelly Lofton driving to Chicago today for the first leg of your journey. Be safe. Stay safe out there. Absolutely. John Hudson finally made it in here. Said chronic masturbation used to be a problem, but it's been whacked.
I whacked
Right.
that problem.
I just want to say to the newbies here in the chat, we do occasionally talk about masturbation and peni, or is it penises, or vagina. We talk about sex things.
Vagina.
We're grown-ups mostly. I'm glad you made it home, Casey. Glad y'all made it home just fine. Nucleo tidal wave. Good morning. Did anyone here watch Ian's live last night? It was a medical atheist's dream. Who is Ian? Which Ian?
Ian.
I did not.
Ian. Who's Ian?
But
Ian.
it sounds fun. Let me see. Yeah,
Phalluses are fantastic.
they are indeed. Yeah. So let me see. I'm not really sure which Ian they're talking about, but that's cool. Phalluses are fantastic. That's what I've heard. I don't have a lot of experience with other phalluses other than my own. I just want to say that mine is fantastic. I've had a lot of pleasure. I've certainly gotten my money's worth out of it.
You're a big fan of yours.
I am. I'm a very big fan of
Awesome.
mine. Ian was on Jubilee versus Peterson. Okay, Ian. Okay, cool. I'll have to check it out.
Okay.
Petson, or do you mean Peterson? Jordan Peterson. Okay. But Jordan Peterson, from what I've seen, pardon me, but Jordan Peterson is like, why? I just don't understand why he has any credibility at all, and why anybody gives him. I don't want to say, hey, listen, Jordan, if you're watching, he's just a babbling idiot. He's a babbling idiot. Have you watched him debate?
The only thing he's good at is throwing out a bunch of arguments all at one time and changing the subject.
Yes, disseminating and gish galloping. That's all he can do. Disseminate.
Pretty much steel man, straw man.
Yes,
he's great at that.
Schrodinger's Christian. That's a good one, Brent A. Thank you for doing it. That's perfect. I like that. Very good. Oceanus Helio says chat is flying this morning. I gotta say, our chat really is fantastic, and we're probably going to see other people here on the show. One of the things I'm gonna make it a note. Yeah, I'm gonna make it a note. Maybe after the show today, to actually work on the calendar for people to sign up to the show if they want to be on the show, guests on the show. Calendly. All right. However, I want to mention, Ryan, you did threaten to be willing to work on a skit with me.
I did.
So instead of dragging it back out for everybody and just spoiling it for them again, I just want to let you know I'll be sending you a tiny little script of things,
Okay.
and I'll get you to do something. I know I've threatened to do that before.
You have.
With
Few months.
Yeah, it was actually with you and Pickles. We were going to have Pickles get involved.
True, Miss P.
So I may while you're there with the green screen, have you sit her up and get some stuff because I'm getting stuff done.
Yeah, and this one's actually perfect because it's long enough that it actually goes down, and she could actually be on it, stand on it. Actually, like she could actually stand on it.
Good. That's good. We can get some good videos. Not Your Friend is here. Good morning, Not Your Friend. Says, people consider Ian's approach to confrontation, though. Soft babies. You know, I really got to check out and see what this Ian thing. Apparently, more people in the chat know who Ian is than Ian does. I don't know.
Does he have a YouTube channel, this Ian?
Ian had his own live last night. A med tech came on giving pseudoscientific ideas. 2 atheist physicians came on and cooked him on everything he claimed. That's awesome. Nucleotide wave. That's awesome. Nucleotidal wave. I dig it. Good morning. I'm still waiting on Nicholas Morey to present some goddamn evidence for his hideous God. You know, what did Nicholas Morey say he was? I didn't see that he said he was a theist necessarily, and he may have.
Oh.
It's just he was like, come on, atheists, tell us why you're atheist. But I don't know. I may have misunderstood.
God told me to be one.
Yes, actually, Satan compels me.
He tricked me into it. Can't get out of it now. No going back.
There is no going back.
Once you choose.
True enough, you know. A Big Zebra, shoot, I have to go back and forth. Consider me in lurk mode. Okay, you're lurking. You are lurking, Big Zebra. Nice to see you lurking. Ambushed Apostate Ryan, have you considered covering hate preacher Doug Wilson for an episode of Theocracy Watch? Dude is one of the most open Christian nationalists I've ever seen. Totally disgusting.
I did mention him yesterday, and I do think I've done another story on him before. I can't remember which legislation or bill or whatever he was championing, but I mean, he deserves a million stories. He's absolutely grotesque. Have you seen the interview he did?
I have not.
I don't know.
You talk about the one who, clarify for me. He's the one who about against women voting and stuff like that.
Yes, he's the one that Hegseth shared the tweet or whatever the other day about women not voting, and he thinks that there should just be headship voting. He really doesn't think women should be independent. I mean, it's just the same rhetoric that we've seen from these misogynistic pigs over and over.
But, I mean, I thought he was going to say something bad. Didn't you say he was going to say something? No, I'm kidding.
I mean, he's obviously following the Bible.
He is. He is.
He's that's his Christian stance, and he's not. He makes no buts about it.
True enough. Dade Murphy, by the way, I see, and I understand. Carry on. You know what us lions say? That was a tasty Christian. You do what you do, man. Ambushed Apostate. Henry Mars is here. Good morning, Henry Mars. Thank you for joining us. So I've heard about him, and now this guy's got a sudden swell of popularity, and I don't get it. I don't understand. What the hell has happened to our country?
Well, I saw someone did a video. I think I watched it yesterday, and he mentioned farts. He mentioned that Doug Wilson was a nobody, that Richard Higgins, Richard the Hitch Slap. What's his name? Richard Hitchens.
Christopher Hitchens or Richard Dawson?
Hitchens. I'm pretty sure that Richard Hitchens had a debate with him or something to that effect, and it got this guy notoriety, and now here he is.
Oh, that's okay. Christopher Hitchens.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Thank you. Sorry,
Christopher Hitchens has a brother named Christopher Hitchens has a brother named Peter, who is not an atheist, who is a Christian, and who I guess they had. Yeah, Christopher Hitchens. So yeah, he was one of my heroes.
Wowsies.
Yeah, not in every way. He had, in my opinion, had wrong thinking. He had, I don't know. We would disagree on a lot of things, especially when it comes to the Middle East and other things. He probably knows more about it than I did. Jesse Bear says we have hit all the marks for fascism in the USA now. I know. I'm waiting for Donald Trump to just openly ignore judges or to actively arrest a judge simply for the judge disagreeing with him. Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past him. He's waiting for the opportunity. He's putting people in positions where they will have to take a stand or cave to him, and then he will pick them off as they make their stand.
Rational Poet Jackie says he's already ignored judges. Very true. He has ignored judges and subsequently. So there have been times where judges have stood in his way and blocked him from doing things. He's like, okay, fine. And then like the following week, you find out that his DOJ is investigating that judge. What the fuck? That is bullshit. You know? So we're going to see very soon the rest of this, I think, is going to unfold very quickly.
Yeah.
Between now and the next
I really wish sooner than later, but it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's going to get worse. The deal is we've been warning and enough people didn't care. Enough people don't care.
And they're still being fed a steady diet though. They're being fed this steady diet of propaganda from Breitbart, Fox News, AON. Yeah.
And right from the president himself, off of Lies Social. Good morning, Richard. Richard says Dan Barker from the Freedom from Religion Foundation is worth watching. Indeed, he is. I met him a month ago and got him to sign my books. It was very cool. Yes. So let me go here. See if did that pop up something. I've been working on getting that thing to work. It's not working. We have another Yahweeb in the chat. Let them, go ahead. That's cool.
Yahweeb. Oh my God. I love that Yahweeb. That's so funny.
Yes. Dave Murphy actually, he's very sick today. Very sick. Clearly under the weather. And he's taken off the day to stay home and play with us today. If I'd have known, I'd have sent him a link. Yeah, he's got cooties or something. I don't know. So remember, sit further away from your microphone. I just saying that because I don't know why he took off from work, but he's here with us. I don't want to get him in trouble.
We like it.
Yeah. So if he's all at home going, I can't come into work today, and they're like, look at him in the chat. I'm like, no. Because, his bosses are surely watching. His bosses from... Don't tell me.
Pop his name up there.
Oh, it's the lobby. Jade. Oceanus, good morning, Oceanus. How are you doing? Thank you for joining us. Archaeopteryx, that's cool. Jade Murphy, I have a little back pain. There you go. That's all it takes. You don't want to strain your back.
Back pain is the freaking worst, man. I had so much back pain before. Not much anymore, but used to be terrible. Working out has fixed a lot of my issues, thankfully, but it's taken, this is year 4. I don't know, of steady, lifting weights to finally be out of most of my pain.
Really? That's very good on you. Good motivation there for you.
Well, the only reason I could do that is because COVID happened. I had to stop working because I was doing hair. And then when things went back to normal, Hubs was like, you can, do what you want to do. But if you'd like to get in a better position in your body and your life and your mental health, since you're going through all this stuff, you can do it. And I said, yes, hell yeah. I said, oh, hell yeah.
There you go. Work on. Good on you. Good on you. You're going to live longer and all that business. Truth Bucket says, Richard, that may be true. How many times have we used stories to understand reality? Viv, we do have some new people in the chat and some interesting conversation going on over there. I know. I'm just as excited as you are. Yeah, but we do have mods. Mods will take care of that. If they get too much, we'll take care of the mods. But it's nice to see the new people here in the chat. I do think let's see. Nicholas still in here talking biblical shit. Yeah, it's so easy to poke holes, and I enjoy it. If Dave wants to go ahead and, chew him up and spit him out, that's fine. You go right ahead. I won't even charge you.
Himself. He's not proving it to us. He's just trying to make himself believe it.
I think you're right. I don't know why they come to these channels and, but oftentimes they don't stay long. I do miss Adrian Belgrade. I think he's supposed to be
Adrian?
Been
he's
doing
our number
stuff.
one Christian. we
and Rainbow
sent me a title.
Yes. Well, I don't want to use the word token Christian. Is that bad? Is that a bad word? Token Christian?
I don't think so. Not if you're talking about now. If you were, talking about other people, I would not say that.
Christian, our Christian lapdog. Oh, wait.
Poor Adrian. Don't watch this. not watch this show.
Sorry, Adrian. I just got finished watching a good episode of Deep Space Nine. They referred to somebody as a lapdog. It was funny. Jesse Bear is demanding some pups. That's all right. Well, it's about time for some Ollie dog. We do have things to let me go here. I do have other things I want to talk about. So we'll be back. I'm going to give you guys some pup, and then we'll be back and we'll drink some more coffee, and we'll do some other stuff. We'll be back in just a minute. Boop.
And for the non-Lord did not say to the people, Amen, for
Yes,
he
sir.
is not
Very
holy.
Fetch me,
Repeat after me,
Father
for he is
Flanagan.
not holy.
For he is not holy.
Amen.
To me. Okay, so I screwed that up. That's me on me. I don't know why. Let me go here. What has happened to my pup commercial? Why is it going to the wrong place? Let me go here, cancel. Sorry, this must be fixed. Hold on. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. What's going on? What the hell? The pup. Did it change names or something? Oh. I got it. I'm sorry. 1,000 apologies, my friends. 1,000 apologies. Let's go here. All right. So if you're into the pup, let's see if I got this right. The only problem, I want to make sure that the timer on that commercial, the one I did hit wrong. So, okay. Damn, it's 2 minutes. All right, here we go. Where did you hit it? Boop.
Flanagan,
Yes, sir. Very disturbing, I know.
fetch me, Father Flanagan.
Your Highness.
You are in the presence of His Holiness, the Puppius Maximus, guardian of the sacred fire hydrant, defender of the holy tennis ball, and eater of the golden kibble, Pup Oliver Poopsalot the Fifth.
Your popedom. I heard you have a bone to pick with me.
Condoms, Father Flanagan.
No, thank you. I've got plenty.
That's what I mean. Why are you selling condoms?
Oh, you mean our Pharaoh Sombrero line of condoms? Understood.
You know how we feel about those around here.
Well, they're not to be used. All right, we are back. Sorry for the I don't think it got to finish. It was all screwed up. Well, we are back. I got it fixed now, though. It should all be more gooder. So it's all gooder. John Hudson, Bailey, always hot. I know Bailey's fantastic. Nancy, Adrian, there's Adrian. See, we were talking about you, Adrian.
Oh, he's here?
Yes, Adrian is indeed here. I'm really, if you ignore the pet joke, that was bad. That was bad, not funny. Don't go watch that. It was bad. But we laughed. You won't laugh. But good morning. It's nice to see you. I actually, somebody, Rainbow sent me a link. I didn't have the opportunity to go watch it yet, but Rainbow sent me a link of your call on one of the shows.
Oh,
So I'm going to have to go listen to it.
share it with me because I want to watch it too. Sorry, guys, I'm itching my armpit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to watch that as I meant to be. Did we just?
No, it's back.
Okay.
It was just a timer because all that crap happened.
Oh,
with
right. Yeah. It
was
always
just a
does
timer,
that.
yeah.
Kicks back. I meant to go to the live on Skeptic Haven with the call-in show, Nancy and Pat, and I feel so terrible that I missed it. I am going to watch the playback though. And
Gotcha.
thank you for the link. Rainbow just sent me the link.
Thank you, Rainbow, for sending it to her. Alan Conklin, good morning, says, I was literally just started watching as the dogs started talking. I was like, the edible is starting to work. That's fantastic. You know what? Twice I've tried to run the pup commercial this morning, and twice it's either gotten broken or whatever. So here in a few minutes, I will give you guys the whole pup commercial. I promise that I will not screw it up. Guaranteed, 100%.
He's going to push the right button, you guys. You don't even know how difficult it is, okay?
Yeah, you
So
don't know
stop
how.
touching.
I mean, when your fingers are these fat, you
Hey,
just
listen,
don't have
I
this
got
kind of
man
fun.
hands as well. I'm like
Man
Dade.
hand.
Oh my God. It's so funny. I made a comment to one of Dade's videos, in one of Dade's videos, and I didn't put the comma Dade, I believe is what it was. And so he made a video reply to me. It was funny because he gave me his answer, and then he was like, "You can get it too," and then corrected me with my grammar and punctuation. But going back to the reason why I'm telling you this, my thumb, like from cutting hair, just doesn't work very well. So
really?
I'm always like doing this to my hand. But anyway, so sometimes I just get tired of like hitting the back button because it just won't hit. So I'll just let it. My spelling sucks. My periods, everything just sucks anymore, you guys.
That's all right. Well, we got confidence in you. You can handle it. You can do it.
I thought it was funny. I love it.
No, it's fine. Yeah, he says you definitely can get it. That's right.
You can get it.
Adrian was
You
on
can get
Truth
it too.
Wanted. That's it. There's the link for Adrian on Truth Wanted.
Speaking of which, quickly, sorry, I was talking to Rainbow because we've had some conversations. They had sent me some links before for Theocracy Watch, and they had just mentioned that they were going through some stuff, some hard times, and I'd asked if there was any way we could support, and they gave me their Venmo, so I shared it in the comments, and I'll share it again. I made sure that this was okay. I'm not just putting anybody's business out there, but we all go through some shit, and what's a community for if not for moral support at least? But if you have a dollar or two, everything adds up. Like if 50 people give $1, I mean, that's freaking $50. So, everything is, it makes an impact. So there you go. Thank you. I just wanted to put that out there.
Awesome.
And we
Very
love
good.
you, Rainbow Ash.
Yes,
Things will get
Rainbow.
better. Don't you worry.
Yes. And Adrian says, I appreciate all the support from y'all, whether it's genuine or not. Those talks were educational for me. It is genuine. But at least for me, I do joke. I always joke around about stuff. If I see an opportunity, if my brain sees this opportunity for something funny, I'm going to say it almost always. But I'm good. I'm happy that you had a good call and that it was a good learning experience for you. Was it there a guy named Joe that they had a recent caller who actually deconstructed on the show?
Cool.
Over years, it took him years worth of calling in, but they got him to he deconstructed. He did it with their assistance. I don't want to say. Jason Freer is here from BajaCon. The guy from Baja. How was it going, Jason? Did you have fun at BajaCon? Don't lie.
Baja. So
And
jealous.
Nicholas, I don't know, man. You're really kind of spitting kind of this normal nonsense stuff. This is all going to lead back to how did the universe come from nothing? There had to be a creator, and then you're going to go, well, my creator didn't need a creator. We've been through this so many times. It's just nonsense. Yeah.
Cray.
Yeah, I think it's yes. I think that's exactly that's right, exactly. Yeah, I noticed. Looked it up in the library. Let's see. Nancy says that thanks for the chat. That was her first call. We were happy it was you. Okay, I got a lot to check out. That's cool.
I know, me too. We missed it.
I'm a bad person. Yeah.
You are a bad person, but
I know. That was Nancy and Patty's first time on Truth Wanted. Is that my understanding? And they got a call from Adrian. I think that's what they're saying. That's what people are just.
Huh?
Those are the lies being told.
What?
Let's see. Oh no, I don't know. Okay, this is not them. Okay, this is something. I don't know what the hell's going on all of a sudden. I have to watch the video.
Chris is confused, guys.
I know. I thought I misunderstood. Yeah. See, Nancy's saying yes, and thanks you for the chat. That was our first call. We're happy it was you. So I didn't know. Was that their first live stream? Their first time on? I didn't know.
I think it was their first call-in show
On the right.
on Skeptic Haven. I think.
Oh, Skeptic Haven. That's where I was getting confused.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Gotcha. Paul Camish, where have you been? Paul Camish, hi everyone. I'm dealing with a wagon fire at the A64. That's how you roll. Well, somebody's got to do it. I hope
Your
you're doing
booty's on
fine.
fire?
That's no time for romance.
Oh, not that wagon? Oh, my bad.
Not that wagon.
Mm.
Paul Rotwell Smith. Good morning. Dream on secular. Okay, we will. Let's carry on. John Fapiano, I'm confused too. Yeah, there's a lot of confusion going on. Eric, the God-eating penguin, ate your creator.
What?
They're responding to the Christian in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Someone's getting eaten. That's all I heard.
Yeah.
My
Another
ears
Christian.
perked up.
There's a lion in the chat gnawing on a Christian. Anyway, Paul Camish, I will send you some videos on Messenger later. Aha, working on putting out a fire. That's wow. Preparation H. I'm just saying, goes along with it. Cooling, relieving. Jeanette's boxing channel says, you know what I realized recently? If the angels are good, why did the devil rebel? He was an angel, and then that means angels are more perfect, so heaven is. You know, I always had a question too, that how could
Probably because it's made up.
Oh, that's a good answer. Good answer.
I don't know, but
yeah,
it's fun though to talk about the theology behind it.
It is. There's like a host of heaven is like an uncountable number. That's a lot uncountable. That's a lot. Host of heaven. And my understanding, is it your understanding? It is indeed my understanding that Satan had taken a third of the host of heaven with him, right, and convinced them to turn away from the Lord. Now, so a third of an uncountable number, I would guess, would also indeed be an uncountable number, or else you'd be able to just multiply it by 3 and get your original number, then making it countable. So I'm just saying, this had to be a large freaking number of people. Right. And so either way, it was a large freaking number of angels.
But
How did they do that?
But also, I mean, there's no saying that number couldn't continue to go down.
Maybe they just couldn't count very high.
The economy. I mean, there's just a lot of things happening in the divine world. And there's a possibility that some angels feel like they're getting screwed by the tyrant and they want to switch teams.
That's true. And they all organized it on their own app called On Your Facebook as they worship Satan.
Sit on your Facebook.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Mustache ride for everybody.
Here's another thought. Here's something to run through your logical things. How good could God and his army of angels be if he's battling a force half the size of his force? Because if a third of them went that way, that means 2/3 stayed in heaven, and therefore he's got 2/3 of the angels. And Satan's only got a third, which is actually half of 2/3. So how come they're still fighting? Why didn't he win a long time ago?
And how come that third, that smaller portion, has control and authority over the earth?
Right. Hashtag truth.
Like God's that weak. I mean, we do know God has lost battles before. It's enshrined in the Bible. When he loses to the Moabites' God.
That sucks. That Moabites God, I think, cheated though. Threw sand in God's eyes or some business.
So he spit in God's eyes.
Yeah.
He ejaculated.
That's what he did. He's like, don't look at this hand. Look at this hand down here. Maybe their God used iron chariots.
Well, God.
The
God of the Bible, I should say.
Yeah,
the God of the Bible, for whatever reason, does not have it's his kryptonite.
Indeed.
He has a fear of or hatred, a deep-seated hatred of it.
Yes. Yeah. He does for some reason. I think I know it's anything to do with women, and the symbol for iron is Fe, female. So that's the problem.
Maybe that's what it is. God knew English was going to be.
He did. See, that's in my argument. He knew it was going to be that way, and he was like,
all about it.
Well, obviously, he had to hammer out the whole
took like
table
a
of
1,000 years.
Yeah, he had the period table of elements, or he had to work that out before the universe was created. So he already had.
We just had to get there.
That's what I'm saying.
He knew.
Jesse Bear has become a member. Thank you for staying a member. Jesse's Bear has been a member. Thank you very much. And Amazingly Jellicle, fightaagainstfascism.org. She has, matter of fact, because I kind of quit doing the TikTok, but Jesse Bear is quite active on the TikTok. And Jesse, she is a moderator. Jesse, would you go ahead and put your links to your TikTok or whatever you want them to follow? Go ahead and drop it in there so people can do that.
Yeah.
Godwin Aspertum, we can't beat iron chariots, so obviously our God can't stop them. Right? I mean,
I just wonder. Go ahead.
You were saying God lost to somebody else's God? Was this like in a arm wrestling match, or how did they? What were they doing?
Was
Indian leg wrestling?
They were arm wrestling for Asherah. No, don't you remember when I forget which three kings, but it's the Yahwist kings go up against the Moabite king, because the Moabite king rebelled because he was a vassal. He was a vassal before, and it was the Yahwists who were basically controlling him. Well, he got his lick back, and after he got his lick back, the three kings were like, "We're gonna go get that shit back. Like, you owe us some sheep, brah," because they had to pay him.
Right.
So they went over there, and
we need wives.
That's what they were hoping for. I mean, what would happen if they were to go to that city and they were to win? That's exactly what they would do. Just like what Moses did, they would have killed the boys, they would have killed the men, they would have kept the virgin girls, the young girls. I mean, we know how the story
tells us to do that. Yeah.
That's what they're commanded to do. So that would have been the end of. Now, knowing that, right? Knowing that in your heart, what would you do to stop that from happening to your people? Well, that king made a decision, and I'm not saying I stand by the decision he made, but he decided to offer his child up as a sacrifice to his god, Chemosh.
Okay. Which was big back then.
Which was a big thing. I mean, it wasn't something that you did lightly. Okay. Like, I know people like today, they're like, they killed their kids. No, the kids barely lived, first off, right? Because the infant mortality was so bad. They barely lived. So having a child was very precious. They weren't just going to willy-nilly do it. But knowing what he was faced with, knowing what these people do, he made a decision to offer his child. And it worked, allegedly, according to the legend that we're told, is that the rage of Yahweh was, the rage was so angry, so against the Israelites. Sorry, I want to make sure I word that properly because it is important. The rage was against the Israelites. And the reason the rage was against the Israelites is because Yahweh prefers the sacrifices to him. So the Israelites were punished, they were defeated, and they went back with their tail between their legs. Boom.
Damn it. That sucks to be him.
So he lost, and the Bible tells us that story of how he lost.
Yeah. Yeah. Very impotent of their God, I'm just saying.
Flaccid, if you will.
Flaccid. Very flaccid.
His phallus was
not rock hard like Doug.
No.
Right?
Oh God, Doug would have just like handled that in a hot minute. He wouldn't have had to sacrifice anybody.
That's right. That's right. Very true. If you're new here and you don't know what rock hard for Doug is, you'll find out.
Stick around.
You should go check it out. Yeah, Deconstruction Zone. We stole it from somewhere else. We're
inside jokes. Yeah, we stole his inside joke. It's now our inside joke.
Yes. Doug's like, how did I get here? The sapient cephalopod. Jephthah is the worst child sacrifice story. So true.
It is a terrible one. But people, I know that Jehovah's Witnesses, they make excuses for it and say that she just got handed over to the temple. And that's what it meant. That's not what it meant.
Yeah. There are lots of things.
Promise was. That's not what the promise was.
So she was redeemed. How's that work? The story where they talk about, if you sell your daughter to another man and he returns her because she did not please him, then she will be redeemed. Now, what does that mean exactly? What is redeemed? To me, it sounds, I could be wrong. She'll either be sold off as a slave, or she'll be offered up to their God, which means sacrificed. Redeemed, to be redeemed to their God, given back. And now, see, part of the deal is, why would they do that? Well, at this point, if she's already been with a man and now he's been brought her back, she didn't satisfy him. That's why then she no longer has a sellable hymen, right? And that's really all it is. And then even if they did get her to another man, he'd probably return her anyway, because she's not going to do what she's supposed to do. So, very
what
fascinating.
A waste.
What a waste, right? I mean, anyway, that's why they probably the sell them off into slavery or whatever. I got a dash to go get the children. John, thank you for stopping by. Enjoy your Adderall. I have an appointment.
Wear your seatbelt.
Matter of fact, tomorrow. Today's the 13th. Tomorrow, mañana, I'm going to have to leave early. I'm going to have to shut down the show early because I've got to drive into town and meet a psychiatrist kind of person.
Good
the fourth
for you.
person. Yeah, the fourth one in line. It's like, damn it.
I'm sorry.
I know.
It is such a turnoff. Like, I honestly, I would have went down this road a long time ago, but every time I felt like I was talking to somebody, they didn't understand what I was saying. Like they didn't understand what it was like to grow up in a cult. Like that stuff is so real that people don't get what happens with that brainwashing, like what's ingrained with you and stuff. And then, you know, when you exacerbate it with having, you know, just struggles.
And they don't believe you. Or they don't understand.
Right. Oh, you just, or they'll say, oh, you have anxiety. Okay, maybe. But like, what else is, you know, going along that's maybe causing the anxiety? Maybe I have anxiety because I can't keep my thoughts straight because I keep having random thoughts all the time. Like, the Band-Aid shit just gets on my nerves.
Yes. And, you know, by this point, I'm starting to feel like a drug seeker, you know?
That's what they make you feel like.
Give me the dope. I need the good dope. Give me the dope.
Give me the good shit.
Not the bad shit, the good shit. Have you seen Yes Man? Be careful with that psychiatrist. I have not seen Yes Man. I'll check into it. Let me see here what's going on. All right. So now what I'm going to do, we got about 10 minutes before the top of the hour. I'll take a used car discount every day. That's fantastic. I'm actually going to, for reals, guys. I promise, I swear, for reals. I really, really am going to run the pup commercial. For reals. We've tried twice this morning. We've been thwarted. The tech gremlins have thwarted us. I'm not going to fat finger it. I'm going to do it. Here I go. I'm doing it.
Flanagan!
Yes, sir. Very disturbing, I know.
Fetch me Father Flanagan.
Your Highness.
You are in the presence of His Holiness, the Puppius Maximus, guardian of the sacred fire hydrant, defender of the holy tennis ball, and eater of the golden kibble, Pup Oliver Poopsalot the Fifth.
Your popedom. I heard you have a bone to pick with me.
Condoms, Father Flanagan?
No, thank you. I've got plenty.
That's what I mean. Why are you selling condoms?
Oh, you mean our Faro Sombrero line of condoms? Understood.
You know how we feel about those around here.
Well, they're not to be used by the Catholics, of course.
Not for Catholics?
No, they're part of our Sinner Gonna Sin lack of faith outreach program.
A sinner gonna what?
It's like getting the tithe, but from the heretics and the heathens and the atheists.
Oh, well, when you put it like that.
But, Your Highness, this will reflect very poorly on the church.
True. You know what this means, Flanagan?
Warning label. A warning label on the box. Not for Catholics in big letters.
Too subtle.
Instant purgatory if used by Catholics.
I like it. Divine branding.
Excellent, your popedom. Will there be anything else?
That will be all. You may leave.
All right, and we are back. So, Rainbow Ash, you guys, okay, yeah, y'all can feel free. You know, engaging is one thing, preaching is another. Godwin, I'm glad you enjoyed it. We've got more stuff coming. I've got other commercials I'm working on as well. Miss Non Sequitur, somehow timeouts just don't work on him. It's weird. That's okay. Some people will believe anything, and it's, you know.
Maybe he's outside the realms of time.
Maybe. Oh. Maybe.
God sent him here from another dimension.
I was going to say that. That's what I was going to say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is going to suck to hear. I'm starting to get a headache. I've been feeling like this morning over here, like the familiar one I had a while back.
Oh,
you know?
no. I hope they don't come back. You haven't had them in a while, have you?
I've been headache free for a while. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have medicine that you can take?
I do. I've got some emergency headache medicine in there I can take. So, Lesios Christos. Yes, it is Darkwing Duck.
Christos.
let's get dangerous. Thank you for joining us this morning. I don't recognize your name. Welcome to the Daily Atheist Morning Show. You're killing me with the Spock eyebrows. Who's that? Is that you? Are you killing somebody with Spock brows? Was that you? I don't know.
Logical, Captain.
I know. It's all hot. Yes, if you can, go ahead and post the links. Jessie Bearish, there she goes. Post the links. I'm going to, we haven't even really checked our poll today. And we haven't talked about the show topic really at all.
Oh.
And the topic of the day is, how do miracles stack up to today's? That's good. You did good.
The miracle of modern science.
The miracle of modern
It's a miracle.
Yes. If only they had condoms back then.
God damn it.
Well, they did. You know.
Well, they had condoms when Trump was around. Didn't stop him.
Didn't help, did it? They had condoms back then. They were like the intestines of a goat,
Right?
Sheep. And then in like the 1200s or somewhere, the English people took it out of the sheep.
They wash it.
Yes. How do miracles stack up in modern times? Let's see. 7% of the people says belief in them is stronger than ever. Okay, good on you.
Whalesies.
3% says less common, but they still happen. 83%, I think that my chat may be biased. I'm unsure. 83% said science will explain them. And then 7% said none or all of the above. I did see, this is the deal. I wanted to share a comment. There was a comment this thing said, but I couldn't remember. I was telling you before the show, I was trying to get it back. I could show you people in the comment. Highlight it. Didn't work. Anyway, this individual said, and it, the chat's, the link's in the top of the chat, so feel free to go click and go vote. The person says, miracles happen all the time. The other day on the television, there was a man who said he felt like a woman, so he put a dress on, put some makeup on, and miraculously he was now a woman, and all those around him were convinced of this miracle and never questioned it once. Do you remember me talking about this guy on the channel who'd every now and then comment in the chat? I was like, I see his name. I'm like, oh, he's just spouting nonsense. Same guy.
Yeah. Oh, that's him. Is he back?
Same guy. Yeah. I responded, of course, that that's a powerfully ignorant, bigoted, and uninformed position of him. Exactly what we've come to expect. Most of the time, I don't even read his comments, right? But in this case,
sometimes you will oblige.
Yes, Ivan Kovac is his name. For those of you who are looking for some, Ivan. Anyway, so we've had some comments. Yeah, he's just been the worst, actually. Let me go over here. And thank you to all of you who went and watched my latest video.
Oh, poop.
It's not really doing There you go. It's not really doing any better than any of the other ones, but it will. It's a matter of time. I went and updated the thumbnail this morning with something cool, maybe. We'll see. I studied them. Dave Murphy, that was a super chat. Says transphobia is as insipid and vile as Christianity. Excuse me. Thank you for that for $5. You know what, Dave?
Excuse me.
Thank you. You're not wrong there. It's actually, it's almost like it's a feature of Christianity.
Wow.
Transphobia, otherism. Really, to be honest, part of the, I don't know why they get the homophobia from Christianity, but I know where they get it from the Old Testament, from the same, book that tells them not to curl their hair on the side, not to get tattoos and stuff like that. But where they get this whole notion that gay people are bad, they don't get it from Jesus, as far as I know. Unless he wasn't a gay hater, was he? Jesus?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so. I think the only gays he hated were the ones that wouldn't call him back.
The ones who hated his robe and his sandals.
Yes. Well, I like
that word. Insipid. That's a good word. Insipid.
It's a good word. That is a good word.
Dave knows good words. I need gooder words.
More gooder, yes, in fact. Well, Dave actually has the most goodest words of most of the people I've seen.
Oh yeah.
But
He
yeah,
does little
does.
quizzes on his channel, like of like what's a word
Smart people
mean.
stuff?
Yeah, I like to do it.
Oh.
I feel really good when I get it right, and when I get it wrong, I just don't comment.
Just be quiet. I miss that.
I'm just like scroll.
That is fantastic. Dave Murphy says, well, their God, did somebody mod out Dave Murphy? No. Well, their God is a vile and despicable piece of shit, and his son didn't fall far from the metaphorical tree. See, that's like a haiku. It's poetical.
Ooh,
I know.
emphatic.
Gage should maybe like copyright that, put it on a shirt. I liked it. Jesse Bear, happy Transgender Month. There you go, Jesse Bear. Yeah, we kind of just, I don't know, like, do white people have Happy White People Month? Do men have Happy White Man Month? You know, we need to make it
trying to.
We need to, yeah. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have Transgender Month. What I'm saying is every day should be Transgender Day. Every day should be Woman's, take care of your woman day. Be nice to Women's Day. You know, it sucked to come up to September and go, you know what? I can't talk to you anymore. Your month is over.
Sorry, Charlie.
Sorry, trans people. But no, every day should be, we should do a new word every day. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I want to do? I want to do a new French verb every day. I did that.
Oh.
Yeah. See, I would know how to speak the French. It's romantic. Chicks dig it. That's what I hear.
Maybe they may.
They may. They may. Y'all got 11 out of the 12 months, respectfully. Not right, Adrian. Yeah. Well, as I was saying it, I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean it like, well, why should you guys get a special day? I don't have a special month. We don't have special. That's not what I meant, really. What I meant was every day should be special for you. That's what I meant.
I wish we lived in a world where it was just. Yeah. Well,
yes.
we might not even, I mean, quite frankly, if Trump gets his way, who's to even say we'll even have, it's February, isn't that correct? Black History Month? I apologize if I've got that wrong, but who's to say we'll even still have that?
Yeah, I don't think we'll have that. I think that's going to be the least of our problems.
And they chose February. I thought it's February because they chose it because it's one of the shortest months of the year, excuse me. Pardon.
Oh, really? Yeah, give it to them because it's the shortest. Is that kind of?
I'm saying, man.
Give them the shaft any way you can.
Yeah, Juneteenth. I think they were already trying to make Juneteenth something else. I believe I read that somewhere. I mean, I could be wrong, but.
You know, it's like, wasn't it Donald Trump come out and they was like all kinds of happy about his own parade and all this stuff and just turned it into a whole holiday, and then turns around whenever Juneteenth came around, he's like, yeah, we got too many holidays as it is.
That's what he was saying.
Something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like alluding to something. Everything is like a foreboding. You know, just like a foretelling, like a foreshadowing, whatever the word is, you know what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Date says they'll no longer be recognized, or Nick, they'll no longer recognize Pride Month except as a reason to lock up members of the LGBTQ plus community en masse at a parade. That doesn't strike me as wrong. And you've heard about them. It was bad enough. It was bad enough to where they kicked trans people and gay people out of the military. That was bad enough. But then to go and remove, I don't know about the gay people for sure. I'm sure they're working on that. But the trans people, but then to go and remove the retirement from trans people who'd been 15, 18 years
right
in the service, and to remove their retirement, what the actual hell? How low could you get? That's pretty damn low.
But our country has a record. They have a pattern of treating their veterans like poop.
Yes.
I mean, come on. They didn't give a toot about the Black people and people of color who joined to help fight, even though knowing that some of these people would just turn around and happily kill them. You know, our country is just never taken care of veterans or even those in the military now, with healthcare, with housing. None of it. It's all empty promises. It's just filling them with idolizing the country, worshiping the flag, nationality. Yes. And that is it. It's just empty.
It is. I want to lay a lot of that misabuse of veterans on the conservatives. Despite they're all, oh, we love the veterans, we love the veterans. They're always the ones who want to pull funding. Like, I'm really thinking of like the VA.
Nope.
They're always the ones trying to gut the VA funding because they want to send it to the private hospital so they can start making money on it. That's really what it's about. And they do that. Not only do they go around defunding the VA and making things harder, like, you know, just to go from one kind of medical device to a new kind of cheaper, better medical, you have to jump through all of these hoops because that one's already, you know, it's just a big mess. And so then they go through all the problems of making the VA suck in a lot of ways that it doesn't really have to suck in, and then complain about it like it's the Democrats' fault. They do that shit all the time. And then they're like, we love the vets. We take care of the vets. We like, right?
Sure you do.
Hey, look at Jason. Jason responded, the weekend was so much fun. Lots of running around behind the scenes, but all the works leading up to it. And during BajaCon was totally worth it. Happy to have another week off to decompress. Thank you for the 10 Canadian dollars super chat. With any luck, Jason, next year, I'll be able to make it to BajaCon. Absolutely. Looking forward to, well, you know, I'm dying to make it. I missed it this year. Name a president that acted on the behalf of Black people and not as some capitulation to pressure. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Is there any?
I mean, he said a lot of words there in that statement, but they're English. They just put them together. I don't understand what he's, I don't know.
He's the only one who seems maybe reasonable, but he's the only one out of 40 whatever that I can think of.
Yeah. I'm thinking. I mean, you could try to lay it on Abraham Lincoln, but his motivations were less than what we think, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad he did it. I just wish, you know, it was sooner and not for that reason, but
he did it. Yeah, the wrong reasons. He did. There wasn't the right reasons, motivation. But, you know, one of the things is like Donald Trump, I think of him as one of the worst presidents, obviously. It'd be really hard to compare him and Andrew Jackson, responsible for deaths of millions of Indians, Native Americans, sorry. You know.
That's okay. I mean, I know some indigenous people are okay. After years.
No, I just learned myself.
Yeah, I like saying indigenous. I just like the word. I just think it sounds nice. I don't know why I just like the word. I wanted to look something up because we know that a lot of our how unhoused. I would like to change my verbiage on unhoused versus homeless, but on unhoused people, a large population of them are veterans. And not, you know, this is just ChatGPT. I mean, it's given me websites to check out, so take it with a grain of salt. Yes,
this is kind of common knowledge, though. I just want to say, common knowledge.
We know this. We already know this.
The trauma they got from serving gets them out there a lot, so that's why there's such a high percentage.
Which is why they need medical help, attention, so that way they can work out whatever, you know, at least try to live a more productive life.
Yes.
To some extent. So it says that approximately 4,500 people experienced homelessness in DC in one single night, and among them, at least 208 were veterans. That means roughly 4% of adults experiencing homelessness in DC are veterans. So that's approximately, he says, to put it in perspective, nationally, veterans make up about 11 to 13% of the homeless population. That's a large percentage.
Yeah. Yeah, and it really
makes me feel like it is causation.
Well, they really we know that people on the right don't like veterans, at least the politicians, and like you said, the high percentage of them. When Donald Trump is threatening to start throwing these people into the prison camps for being unhoused, that's going to start like this week. He's going to be doing that to a lot of veterans, and where is he going to send these people?
Hegseth was like,
well, that's not my area expertise.
Yeah.
You're the one clearing them out with no plan of where you're going to put them? Give me an effing break. And what, just make it somebody else's problem, or just, again, put them into some kind of institution?
Right.
Quick build. See how quickly they can build some kind of concentration camp for our unhoused.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing. Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
my God.
We're talking about Obama. Obama did screw up a lot with the drone strikes. One of the things I feel Obama was not strong enough against conservatives. They would just push him around, and he would try to meet them in the middle, and then they'd move back, and then he'd step forward, and they'd move back, and he tried to negotiate with them because we're all one good country, and they didn't negotiate well with him. They cheated him out of Supreme Court justices, all this other business, and I feel like they just let it happen. Look at you. What's his name? McConnell. He's the one who did a lot of that. But the other thing is, I believe that we have Donald Trump right now because of Obama. Because the Department of Justice and Obama had the opportunity to arrest Donald Trump and investigate him for collusion with the Russians. And we chose not to. Because I think because they didn't want to appear as being political. Right? They didn't want to make
You
it
think
seem
there's any of our guys in the fold?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm just wondering.
But they didn't want the appearance of being political and making it a political arrest or something like that. That's one of the reasons, I think. And the second one is because they didn't think Trump would win, so they didn't really take it that seriously. But they should have.
Which TV show was Trump's The
Biggest Loser? Oh, it just hit my brain. I wasn't even thinking. Yeah, The Apprentice. The Apprentice is the show he did.
Yeah. Was that on Fox? Does anybody know?
I don't know. I don't know if it was. Freudian? Yeah, maybe it was.
When did that show start? Like, part of me wonders, like, was this the long con?
You fired. You fired.
I don't know. But
I
think there was a long con. Yeah.
People think he's the dude from Apprentice. The Apprentice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Or his fans.
They
his
are.
diehards, his ride or die maggots.
Rock hard for Trump.
They got the Trump. They're the ones with the Trump derangement syndrome, not us.
They really are. They really are. One of the things I was watching the Bobby Fischer movie. Well, you may not have seen it. Anyway, it's got Tobey Maguire, who's played Spider-Man, and anyway, in that movie, they're talking about the Russians and all these things, and the Russians were at war with us. We were at silent war with them, and all this business, and we lost that war. That they're talking about. As I'm watching this, I'm thinking, yeah, because they even said in the movie, they had talked about how Russia's plans were to just sit back, wait, and then undermine the United States, not to go to war with them and all this other stuff. And we over here in the United States, the longer time went on, the more we got this Captain America kind of feel about us. And they did. They undermined us. This Donald Trump is part of a long con game that has been planning for the Russians for a very long time.
And is that connection somehow through all the like Victoria's Secret, was it John Casablanca? Is that the one who's the modeling agency? But there's these agencies that were known friendly with Trump and Epstein, and these girls have contacts and relations with these. How long has this been brewing?
Right. How long? Well, here's something else. And one of Jade Murphy says, at the end of the day, the military-industrial complex and the vested capitalists are winning. Here's the thought I had. As I was watching this, I was thinking, wow, what they've got over there is they've got their elite people up at the top who really don't care so much about the people in the middle and the bottom, but it's their country. It's their country against another country, the United States, or the United States against the other people. They were all like patriotic for themselves. It was tear down the ultra rich and the middle and the poor. They treated each other like they tend to do within their own economies, but then they were at war with each other, even though it was kind of a silent war. I hope all that makes sense. Are you okay?
This shirt just has it's just meant to be. And
we thought you had a great hair out there. So.
No.
But this whole deal it was the silent war, and then we just kind of lost. They started undermining us, using money and stuff like that, going after our politicians, and starting in like the 90s and 2000s. You know, in the 80s, it was all like normal. What do you call it?
It's been a slow erosion, infiltration.
Yeah, and the Cold War. Cold War was in the 80s and, you know, bottom of the 90s, something like that. But now what has happened, instead of being the super rich up there and the middle and the bottom people and them being against another group of super rich somewhere else, what has happened is now the super uber rich of the world have teamed up as a single group and are now against the poor people. Whether it's Putin, Netanyahu, Donald Trump, the ultra rich of the world have come together. There's no longer the boundaries where they hated each other before. Now it's the ultra rich, the ones who are in charge of the countries, who are against the ultra poor, the people of their own nations and everybody else's nations, by the way.
They see us as something to be like rocks to be squoze so they can get the blood out.
Right.
You know, they'll squeeze every little ounce from us.
Yep. And then I want to, every day you wake up and then you look at the news going, what the hell is going to happen next? And why isn't anybody going to stop Donald Trump? And if nobody stopped him at this point, nobody's going to stop him. Nobody can stop him. I'm just waiting for him to just throw his hands in the air, say, nobody can stop me, and just absolutely start doing what he wants. He's not yet. He still has some reins on him. But they're very close to getting off. And I'm
like, come on, people.
Dave Murphy, Richard Wolff has already noted that the U.S. empire has already fallen. I said that. Well, didn't I say that? I said it. I said it was gone. The U.S. is 225 years. 45 years, 245 years, something like that. Almost made it, and then we fell. We are no longer the United States. We are no longer a democratic republic. We are an authoritarian fascist state.
Yeah, you know, because we talked about like every, you know, the cycle repeats, and you know, empires only last for so long because at some point they get to a point where someone feels comfortable enough to have this behavior. And so I wonder, like after we fix this, because we will, because that's just what happens. We will fix this. Right. Will history consider this the point where we fell? Will this be our tick in history of when everything changed? Or are we going to do typical American-ish and rewrite history and pretend it didn't happen and it wasn't as bad as they claim it was?
I think the USA of old is dead. All that's left is renaming it. Even if they do get back in power, they have proven that the old system was fallible. And by taking advantage of the old system the way they did, they were able to unalive millions of people and hurt millions more. So whenever this is over with, I don't think this system that we had will work. What'll keep them from just buying out politicians again? Just flooding everything with money. You know, there's got to be different. We got to have new rules. You know? But I certainly don't think the image that you and I, especially because we're a little bit older, the image we have of the United States, that United States is gone. Yeah. I don't think it's coming back.
Not for a long while.
Yeah. You know, I've heard tell that Donald Trump had been told no by some generals, that they refused to do things. We talked about this on the show yesterday. The part of the problem is a lot of them aren't. You know, there's too many people are not, and just willing to let him do whatever the hell he wants. Let me see here.
A lot of those kind of people in this country. I mean, there's a lot of those kind of people always looking for an opportunity all around the world. I mean, you know, that's no different. You know, just how they're socialized, I suppose. Right.
Ravadil says the third term thing shows me they have no respect for the Constitution. Very true. They've been talking about going for a third term for him ever since he got into office. This past time, they even had 2028 hats made up. If Obama had done that, they'd have fucking come unwound all over the place.
Yeah.
But, you know, right now, that's one good example of no respect for the Constitution. The Constitution gives us the right to protest the right to free speech in the very First Amendment of the Constitution. It also says there's supposed to be a separation of church and state. Those things. And Donald Trump is literally violating those parts of the Constitution. The First Amendment of the Constitution, Donald Trump is wiping his ass with right now.
Oh yeah, shit.
What is anybody doing? And you know, I saw a deal where he told the cops and the everybody in DC that any protesters just do whatever you want to with them. That's violation of their First Amendment rights. Yeah.
Yeah, he's silencing any dissenters, and he's speaking about like cleaning up the place by washing the sidewalks, scrubbing the sidewalks.
Yeah.
And you know, that's in his pea brain. Like, this is what Christians think, even though he's not a Christian. They think like what heaven's going to be is like this white castle with these white roads all clean. Like, that's their idea of like the perfect place. Yeah, that is their ideal perfect place.
Yes, it's the Mormons, not the JW, who have weird notions about the history of black people, right? Or do both of them?
Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses do. A little bit different, but similar.
Okay, gotcha. Similar. Okay, wowzers.
Yeah, they both believe that it all goes down to the Noah story and Ham having sex with his mom and having a baby, and then Noah cursed, and they took that curse. Yeah, they took that curse to be upon. They say that's where the black people come from, so they're cursed.
Yeah.
And Jehovah's Witnesses taught that up till, I don't know, for a long while, long enough.
I remember I was in a trailer house out in West Texas. I was probably 10 or 11 or 12 or some business. And I'm pretty sure it was the Jehovah's Witnesses came knocking on my door. And I opened the door, and when they saw that I was white, they apologized and started to excuse themselves because they were there to talk to Hispanics, and there was a Hispanic Jehovah's Witness church, and that's all that went there. And they wouldn't even talk to me. Really? Yeah. So I thought that was kind of, now looking back, it seems weird. Why do you put yourself with a group? Well, like, why would you be a black MAGA? I don't get that at all. But they're there.
Gay MAGA.
A gay MAGA. Why would you do that to yourself? Are you that much of a bottom? Sorry.
I mean, to use their terminology. I don't know.
What the hell?
Yeah, the LDS is really racist too. I think theirs might even be more deeply rooted than the Jehovah's Witnesses, quite frankly.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I believe that the Jehovah's Witness organization is skewed to be racist. Obviously, they all are. Right. But I think the LDS may still even have some teachings that they only have recently let go of, like people of color were not allowed to be elders. I don't remember their leaders' names. Okay. I don't remember how that umbrella goes.
I don't know, but they segregated their leadership, their hierarchy.
Yeah, they weren't allowed to do certain things. Yes. Jehovah's Witnesses had that, but that they kind of got rid of that, like I said a long time ago. This is recent for LDS Mormons.
Yeah, Dave Murphy says being in black MAGA is analogous to being a black Christian or a female Christian or a poor capitalist. To me, being a black MAGA is like being a chicken that's pro KFC.
Say again, I'm sorry.
Say being a black MAGA is like being a chicken that's pro KFC.
KFC, exactly, 100%.
And you worship Colonel Sanders. You're a chicken that worships Colonel Sanders, and that's what I see. Yeah.
Yep. It's just symbolic of just how you can be programmed to not have any self-perseverance, like to not get into the pot. Like they're building the steps up to the boiling pot, and you're just, here we go.
Ooh, I got another question then. Matter of fact, Dark God 646, good morning, says everything white. Let me ask you, has there any, and have you or any of you heard of any of these things to where if you're good and you're a person of color and you pass, if you're good, you'll be turned white or become clean and turned white once you pass and get into heaven? Have any of you heard any of that?
Is that a more, that might be a more, I don't, well, actually, wait, excuse me. I know that Jehovah's Witnesses think that when you're sin free, they used to teach that you would become white. So they might not have explicitly said that, but that is what it is implied, because in heaven you would be sin free. Therefore, bingo bango, you'd be white. But again, they stopped teaching that a while back. I think Mormons, they're still working out some of them kinks.
Yeah, they're not all there. As far as the kink, I'm not, kink working out situation.
Well, I mean, who soaks? That's a kinky thing.
That's kind of, as it depends, it could be hot. Who's jumping on the bed? Is that person jumping on the bed going to participate later?
Oh, I hope they don't have their dog jump on the bed or anything.
That's rough. There's a whole different category of porn for that.
Did you say rough intentionally?
No, but it worked.
Rough.
Yeah, look at that. That was awesome. Dave Murphy says, I was only a JW as a teen. I didn't really remember much of what they taught outside of the major theological shit.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. I don't really know. I never really got to know any of them. I always just, I don't know. They're weird. They were weird. I always saw them as weird ways of thinking. They were, even whenever I was a Christian, if they were Christians, they were not the right kind of Christian. I guess it's JW and Mormons that help me understand what the word heretic means and how it can apply to somebody who truly believes in the same God as you, but they do so differently that it's offensive to you. It's the Mormons that had multiple wives. Some of them still would if they could.
Well, I mean, don't some of the is it the IBLP? Who is it? Some of those still do, even though they're the fundamentalist, right? Isn't that who do it? The fundamentalist of them still have like the multiple wives and whatnot. Yeah, I used to watch those shows. I used to enjoy those shows, not enjoy it like, but because I'm like, why? Like how? And it was also part of like my deconstruction period of thinking like, sheesh, the Bible used to teach like that was cool, like that was all right. Why is that all right? Why would that ever be all right? Why would that ever make any sense? And it just didn't. But, I didn't really get that was part of my waking up.
Well, now that you mentioned you're waking up and all that stuff, it reminded me that your daughter's going to be there with you soon. And I was curious, are you going to have her come on the show?
I don't.
And expose all your lies?
I don't know. If she would want to do anything online with me, I would happily do it with her. But, as long as she understands that Mommy says some quay stuff, and she would need to be cautious and careful about putting her info out there.
Yes, she would. Dave Murphy says slavery is biblical. In fact, it is, and Jesus didn't even condemn slavery. So I don't see. It's so prevalent in the Old Testament. God Himself intentionally allows His own people to be enslaved by other peoples over and over again.
Yeah,
and all Jesus ever says is, Yes, that's right. Give them slaves for their entire generation because I hate them, but I hate my own people worse. What the hell?
Right. Like who would ever hate their own child so much that they would let somebody that they let someone they despise do something crazy to their kid? Like, ew, that is a punishment that's just so degrading and low. Hand them over to bad people.
Yeah. Here, I don't like you. You're disgusting. I hate your ways. Now here, take my child, and it's going to be your slave.
Babysit my kid, please.
Yeah. Dark God 646 says, "Wash me white as snow" is in the Bible.
Is it? Wash me white as snow? Those words.
Did they have snow back then in the Bible? In the Middle East, in the desert?
I don't know if they mentioned snow or not.
I don't know if snow was a big thing back then. Maybe they did. It does sound like a song from a religious song.
Yeah, but
like washed in the blood of Jesus. Adrian Belgrave says, Chris, unfortunately, that is true. How slavery is in the word. That's true. The slavery is in the word. It's in the Old Testament. But then again, not only is it in the Old Testament, but Jesus also never condemns it. He tells you to obey your masters as if you would God, that sort of thing. So really, the Christians are just being nice.
I mean, and
at this
Paul
point.
said you're supposed to listen to the government, because if they're in charge, God must have gave them the authauthity. If they
Render unto
must have.
Caesar.
Like, God controls
it?
everything, so
He does.
only through God they can get to their power.
I suspected that. Isn't that crazy?
That's the
It's kinda
dumbest
like-
shit I've ever heard.
They talk about it, like in Genesis, God talks. You get the general idea, the distinct impression that there's no equivalent, that God does not allow babies to be born. A woman does not conceive without the blessing of God. So you got all these other people out there, races out, the Canaanites and all these other horrific people that the old God monster of the Bible hated. But apparently he saw over and blessed all their consummations of all their children. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But that doesn't make a lot of sense. There's a
No.
lot to their Bible that doesn't make a lot of sense. Guitar Dog. I watched Dan McClellan dissect an interview of Turek by Charlie Kirk, where Turek made excuses for slavery in the Bible. It was a brilliant takedown.
Of course, Charlie Kirk would be on that
Yeah,
hotness. He's
that man is not right.
Oh my God, I despise Charlie Kirk. Something is wrong with him. Just straight
A
up
lot.
demented.
He was here in Albuquerque, and there were protesters both for and against him. At this point, though, if you're watching what's going on in the world and you're still pro-Trump, that's a bad sign.
Like,
This
why?
Dean Cain guy, Superman.
Oh yeah, signing up for ICE.
I decided not to talk about it, but to be about it.
What, to be a freaking racist pig? Congratulations, bruh.
Oh, I just want to mention you're half Chinese.
Is he?
He is. He must have
Get
forgot
the
that.
fuck out of here.
I wouldn't lie to you here in front of all these people.
It's like the women who are just walking themselves off the cliff and
Chickens
voting
for Colonel
Trump.
Sanders.
But they somehow still think, MTG, she's finally starting to get it through her head, but still continue to think that these guys respect you. They are waiting for their opportunity to pounce on you. They want to eat your face.
They want to eat your face. That's right. Dean Cain he's part Japanese ancestry through his biological
Okay.
father, part
Wow.
Japanese. So you know what, man? You ain't got no right to talk. You can get thank you, Godwin Absurdum. I think once you convince young people that adults and their God know better than you do, then any unreasonable belief is possible. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Right. I just dropped a video yesterday, and it's like the top 10 reasons why you should fear Christianity. And one of them is that they use the tool of indoctrination on children. And the point is kind of made is like, how good could their religion be if they have to? If they have to indoctrinate children? Without the indoctrination of children, the religion would die almost instantly.
Right?
And yet,
Go away.
and why is it that they can be told, we can't teach our children certain things. There's certain things we can't, and yet we can't tell them they can't teach their children the Bible. We can't prevent them from teaching, anyway, that's kind of a whole different, I'm going all the way down a rabbit hole there.
I think we continue to point out the hypocrisy and the terrible verses and keep pounding at it. We have to be just as loud as they are. Even social media is important, regardless if people concur or not. Your opinion does not matter, because the truth is that there is a life online where people talk about things that affect real world problems. And if there's going to be apologist rhetoric out there, then we need to continue advancing not atheist agenda. That sounds like we're the bad we're the bad one. A free thinking society secular, and with the education, with showing the hypocrisy. It's the best thing that we can do. Not the best thing that we can do, but it's part of the solution of what we need to do. And there's like other million steps that we need to do.
Yeah. Yes, there are. The biggest problem for Christians is the notion of their God being omni. Oh, yeah, they can't. That's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
They like the whole omnibenevolent, omniscient. You can't be both.
Omnipotent.
Omnipotent. That's right.
He's impotent.
Theoretically, knocked it right out the park. Says, I still think Charlie Kirk. Oh, where'd it go?
I still think Charlie Kirk is the autopilot of the movie Airplane.
There you go. That's right. Well said.
Such a good movie.
There's some people out there you just hope, man, I hope they never breed. I hope he doesn't have children and propagate his part of the species. It's kind of harmful on that.
Right. Like, and they go and have children, and I feel so bad for those kids because I know what that feels like to be told who you can be.
Right. From people who ain't figured this shit out themselves. Let me ask, do you guys want the goat scented flesh candles, or would you like the Pharaoh's curse today? What would you like for our last commercial of the day before we're going to take a break here in just a second? I thought I'd give people the option. AR's in the house? Hell yeah, AR's in the house. I saw other people come in. There's a 1 vote for the Pharaoh. Dave Murphy says, I like the goat. Okay, that's a vote for the goat. All right, Jesse Bear says goat. So we got 2 votes for the goat, 3 votes for the, here we go, goats. We'll be back in a minute and a half. Boop.
Have you sinned again? Oh, and it's bad this time. A chicken just won't do. But wait, you don't have a goat for your burnt offering. Oh no, the Lord's wrath is upon you.
Insignificant person whose name I don't know, you have sinned. Probably. I shall smite thee.
What do you do? You're all out of goats. She left you for another man.
Fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented flesh candles.
No goat? No problem. Just light one of these bad boys and let the sweet, savory scent of burning goat flesh rise up to the heavens.
Is that goat?
It's easy, it's fast, and deluxe models even have patented technology that produces a goat screaming sound as the wick burns.
Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented candles. Save a goat, burn a candle.
Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented flesh candles are part of our You Do You Jew interfaith outreach program.
When you sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. When the Lord requires that pungent smell, light a candle or you're going to hell.
We are back. That was perfect timing. Just keep, yeah, you keep doing that.
This chair don't have wheels. It's just a chair.
That's what we're worried about. That's exactly what was on our minds.
If you saw this chair, you'd understand that I can't just do that anymore.
No, it's all right. We're fine. It's good. Good chair. We like it's an improvement over the last chair, right? Everybody would agree.
It's Sherry from Pee Wee Herman.
Nothing clears the sinuses like coffee.
Right.
Stupid Viking mug. Right. Simply Secular Day. Football season has started, by the way, for those who care about sports ball. Preseason has started anyway. Dave Murphy says, I'm here to watch Ryan sit down. Sometimes I'm sitting there questioning my life, going, do I want to continue doing the show? And then every now and then something like that happens. And I'm like, yes, I do.
You guys are too much.
Well, we're too easily entertained, are we not?
Right? You'd think my content would do better. Sheesh. Brother.
I don't know. Let me pin that for all right, let's see. I'm going to refresh our page here on our poll. Oh shit, that's not the poll. I'm going to refresh the page on the poll one last time. The poll link is up in the top. If you have not voted on the poll, there's 2 polls actually. One in the chat about is this your first time? The other one is, do miracles stack up in modern time? We've got 35 votes, and so far 9% of our voters. So probably like three people
3 people
said belief in them is stronger than ever. Belief in miracles is stronger than ever. These are the same people who lick the water off the statue toes. Yeah, these are the same people who lick the water off the statue toes, the Mother Teresa statue toes. Yeah.
Why can't the kids in Palestine have a miracle?
That's a great question.
Why can't the kids in Ukraine have a miracle?
Wait. What color are the kids in Palestine?
Why can't the kids in Congo have a miracle happen to them and get them out of being enslaved?
Right. What color are the kids in the Congo?
Well,
I think we are answering these questions as we go along. The only one where you had me was the Ukrainian, because those are white children. I don't know why they're not getting any miracles. I don't know what's wrong with them.
Well, actually, I mean, they're getting a lot of support. They're getting a good bit of support. But I would love to see a miracle of, like, I don't know, curing cancer.
Crazy talk. Boop. Where you get these notions? I know. Huh.
That's out there. Mother Teresa. Oh God, she is the cuntiest of all the cunts.
I actually have a top 10 reasons why Mother Teresa was a horrible person kind of situation video from a long time ago. I've been really thinking about updating that.
Redo it.
Yeah.
Redo it.
Because it was like way old. You think my upgrade lately was, man, you ought to see that shit from back then. That's bad.
Yeah, that editing was really smooth. You definitely should just redo it. I've got over 700 videos, y'all. Like, I have a lot. So there are times when I say the same shit or redo this. That's just kind of how content creation goes. And I think when you're this deep in it, it's worth it to bring up some of those old videos and just redo them now that you've had, more experience.
Right. I want to show you.
We've never seen it. Sorry.
Right. No, I'd like to show you the opening of the Mother Teresa video. I dropped this. It just says 5 years ago.
Damn.
So I'm going to share this and then we'll look at it. I did see the Spanish. I saw the translation in the chat. Austin Sim said that. All right, let me do this real quick. I'm going to share this.
Oh God.
Boopers, and I'm gonna go here, boopers, and then I'm gonna go here, super boopers, and now I'm gonna go. Let me go here. I gotta pause that. All right, now let's go and go gadget. Where'd it go? Oh, here we go. Can you all see in here? Here we go. I think we can see it here. Hello, and welcome to the Daily Atheist. Today, we're going to cover the top 10 reasons Mother Teresa was no saint. Also, at the end of this video, I'll make a surprising concession about Mother Teresa. Stick around. That's bad.
Oh, look at that picture.
Yeah, sexy, man.
With sunglasses. Oh, yeah.
There we go. Before we get too far along, I need to warn you that a gaggle of angry nuns will club you like a baby harp seal, then leave you to suffer and die a miserable death, unless you click that subscribe button. Little notification bell. Do it now. Be safe, my friends. Now, on with the show. So there's that, right? I get the little 6 screens and all this. It'll go through. At the end of the video, I come back and I kind of do the closing. Check it out. Of the true harm she was doing, she truly would be a monster. Ignorance, in fact, would be her only saving grace. And that's our list of top 10 reasons Mother Teresa is no saint. What do you think? Was there something she did that should have made it on my list? Let me know in the comments below. Also, there's some merch that I have up and ready soon. Hopefully you'll enjoy that. Some t-shirts and mugs. Yes, it's going to be fun. Thank you again for watching. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thumbs up. Are you not going to do it? Wonderful. Remember, subscribe and hit that little notification bell, or a gaggle of nuns. That was what I used to do. In the beginning, every one, I would go in and I would, you got to subscribe or this is going to happen. And at the end
I've done some of that before.
Yeah. So
I think I've done it all. I think if you've been on YouTube, you've probably have tried everything that every YouTube, what do you call them? Like the people who make the content about stats and how to, I think
how to do it.
Yeah, so we've done everything.
You know, you hit me up yesterday about I got this new video and like, that's a good video. What are you going to do with your thumbnail? And I was like, I don't know yet. And I went and made some of my normal thumbnails and they were okay. And then me and the wife sit there last night watching some videos about thumbnails. And this one was like dropped just a couple of days ago by one of those experts. And he's like, do this, do this, do this. And I got my thumbnail over there by the side. I'm like, man, I'm doing all that. I'm doing it all, you know. So I went this morning and actually made new thumbnails based on somebody else's teaching, and I'm going to give them a try, see how they go.
See
Fingers
if that
crossed.
works. Yeah.
May the odds be ever. Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Yes.
You can probably talk to us while you do it. Just saying.
You think?
I can't.
No.
But Dade could.
Dade could. What is Dade doing? What is Dade starting trouble? Oh, Dade.
He's starting.
I didn't see that. I thought you were talking about politics. Interesting stuff. So let me go here and I'm just going to check this out. Yeah, thank you, Dave. Threatening and cursing non-subscribers like atheists do unbelievers. Yeah, I mean, that's what we do. I do that. Let's see. Somebody.
Sorry. Sapient cephalon. Just laughing at you guys.
Oh man.
Talking about your bathroom.
Yeah. I see that.
That shit in luxury, Dade. God damn.
Right.
Do you have a gold leaf toilet?
Just moves right on through, doesn't it? Not like that one. That sounds like it hurt. Peach heat tenders. Blowing your O-ring out today. Who's leaving? Somebody's like, we're tired of this shit.
Jesse Bear's leaving.
Bye, Jesse Bear. See you later. Have a good day. Stay safe. Thank you. Let me get my big ugly face off his screen over here. And you know, they did ask earlier. I'm going to give those guys who asked the Pharaoh sombrero curse. I'm going to let you go. Well, let me do the super chats real quick, and that way I can let you go. And I'll just offend them with the Pharaoh sombrero curse. So Jesse Bear has stayed a member for 7 months as a bronze level member.
Whoa.
Thank you, Jesse Bear. Dade Murphy says for $5, transphobia is as insipid and vile as Christianity. Excuse me, hashtag. And I think it very much is. It's actually a feature, not a bug. Yeah, feature, not a bug. Jason, thank you for the $10 Canadian super chat. Says the weekend was so much fun, lots of running around behind the scenes, but all the work leading up to and during BajaCon was totally worth it. Happy to have another week off to decompress. Yes. Hell, after I come back from, it wasn't so bad with the NanoCon, but the Ark Encounter protest, I needed days. I needed solid days to get over because I just got too hot, way too hot.
Your brain got fried.
Too hot for too long. And then $4.99, I think once you convince young people that adults and their God know better than you do, then any unreasonable belief is possible. I think that's a good point, Godwin. Thank you for that. And Dade Murphy throwing in the last speedball at the end says, excuse me, Hail Ryan and the amazing Super Chris. Thank you for the, what's that?
From the John.
From the John. Oh, you're throwing coin at us from the can.
He's shitting and typing and
dollars.
smoking and spending.
He's shitting dollars out there. Thank you very much. Thanks, thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you all. If you can, remember, go help Jesse Bear's thing with the FAFO and the Help the Children, and follow her. Follow Ryan. Follow Dade. Dade is fantastic. Everybody, I'm going to give you some Pharaoh's curse, and then I'll wrap up the show here in a minute. See you in a minute.
Burrito es tan bueno, it burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. El ataco fue no bueno, it stings like a bee. They told me she was his sister, now I'm plagued between the knees. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. Mi burrito está no bueno, a full bladder I fear. Abraham's lies and Sarai's touch have left me itching front to rear. sister wife to me. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penal plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. Mi burrito está no bueno, a full bladder I fear. Abraham's lies and Sarai's touch have left me itching front to rear. Mi burrito está no bueno, it burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penal plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penal plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs.
All right. Thank you all for joining us. Have a wonderful day. Sin safely. Tomorrow is Thursday, the day of Thor. We don't want to disappoint Thor. So be here tomorrow. See you then. Take care, my friends.
Got a house that smells like old cheese and shame. Father Flanagan's flesh candles change the game. Goat-scented thrills for your soul's delight. Light it up, baby, make your room right. When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Confession booth, busy, no need to stress. Light a candle and forget your mess. Gross odors vanish like sins in the wind. With each wick, guess who's your new best friend? When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Lambs and calves may have their day, but goat's the scent that leads the way. Clean your slate with a sniff so pure. Father Flanagan's got the cure. Turn your home into a saintly space. With every whiff, find redeeming grace.